Hey everyone, my name is Vertin, and welcome back to Verse 1999 for a continuation of Chapter 8. Now that I've gotten all the events done for the week, it is time for me to come back into Chapter 9. Starting off with Part 9, Age Like Fine Wine. In the last video of Chapter 8, I guess, we have met with the head of Xeno in the, South American branch. Igor, I believe, along with his daughter, Sapeta. And while we were just being escorted through the river, we were attacked by river pirates, of all things, and almost drowned, and ended up here in this favela, and for which some other half of the group here encountered with the leader of the Brotherhood Apostles. Some other faction of, I believe, may be working with Manus Vidicte, but who knows, right? So I'm here, and it looks like I was dragged into the hospital by an unknown doctor, which kind of voice sounds familiar to me, but either way, I'm just hope you guys enjoy the video as well. I will be doing, like I said, 8 parts only. So, 8 parts already. So let's go ahead and get with this one. So, right. Okay, so a fan whirls loudly, yet the room is just as hot as the outside. The doctor gently lays the unconscious girl down, resting her head on her lap. Yeah, we're out of it. She lightly strokes her flushed face.
So you weren't even traveling together, and still you brought her all the way here.
So her name is Dr. Dores. And why does she look familiar? She looks like the one person... another doctor, but in the island, yes. Blindfolded, too. Why?
You have a good heart, Miss Kimberly.
You flatter me, Doctor. It was only that the current pushed her to my side when we all fell into the water. And I just couldn't forgive myself if I were to let her drown.
Essentially plot armor. An accident or perhaps fate.
In fact, she and I had met briefly before, in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't part on the best terms.
Right, because Argus.
Sometimes we find ourselves in quarrels, even among friends.
No, we aren't.
Oh, don't be embarrassed.
Shh. We should let her get some rest.
Kimberly falls silent. She squats down, watching her the way that a cat peers at a sleeping baby.
May I touch her?
Girl, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. Not while she's sleeping. You wanna pet her? Really?
Fever is one of the biggest dangers here, though it's still better than diarrhea and vomiting.
Yeah. I guess she wants to feel what a person feels like when they're having a fever, maybe.
I'll take her to the veteran's residence for further treatment once her condition stabilizes.
It almost looks like she's only sleeping.
Yeah, she does need rest. We all need rest when we have a fever.
Are you two really not friends? Seems to me that you care for her very much.
I mean, I don't know.
She helped me. She was kind to me on the ship. The bloody ship. I don't know what happened.
Shh. Hush, please.
The doctor presses her finger against her lips, a gentle smile on her face.
My apologies.
No worry. She has the face of a guilty child. Aww.
As I said, it was only twice that we'd met. And somehow, both times turned out quite terrible for me.
I mean, you have bad luck, I can tell you that for sure. The doctor strokes the feverish patient's hair. It's beautiful, almost the same color as hers.
Her hair is so silky. It's smooth and soft, like fine rain in my hands.
Okay, yeah, she does have the similarity to that previous doctor. I forgot her name was, but Miss Marta? Yeah, Miss Marta. She has the same hairstyle, the same blindfold, the same face, the same skin. What is going on here? Now, I'm thinking too much into it, so I'm guessing there's something along the further wind, I guess, but who knows? What is she holding, though? The doctor gently combs the hair with her fingers, slowly untangling the matted strands.
First, it was Tuesday's motel. Things there turned into a right mess, and I didn't find what I'd lost. Then, in that manner, just as I was about to enjoy a bit of dinner, that wild girl burst in. They caught me, threw me into a tower, and locked me up.
Oh yeah, I guess this was a Sopetta's story, I believe. She saw her and don't know why she was there, but yeah. Ends up getting captured, thrown into the tower.
I was stuck there, waiting like a lamb to be slaughtered.
But you've made it through. You're safe with us.
I don't want to jinx that. I hope you're not jinxing it, lady. I'm sorry.
No one is going to hurt you here.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, she needs to be protected, I can tell you that for sure. Kimberly gently takes the feverish girl's hand into her own. It's limp and slightly rough to the touch. The blurred memory of her sister comes to mind, as well as the wrinkled, warm faces of her old friends cheering her on.
Goodbye.
And she goes away. Satisfied that she has paid her back for her kindness on the ship, Kimberly leaves through the back door. What'd you see? The little ship in a bottle is waiting for her on the other side.
Leaving your friends so soon, lass? Well, come as you are. I'll give you a lift. Perhaps we might have a bit of an old jaw along the way. After all, it's rare indeed to see one of your kind out and about these days.
A lift? Pardon me, madam, but I'm not sure you could bring me anywhere.
I mean, she's just an arm holding a ship in a bottle. In fact, she is the ship in the bottle, only has one arm.
You're a little too small and a little too stuck in that bottle.
That's what I was saying. A galleon, born from the 16th century's dreams of exploration, she awakened and slumbered once again until now, a time in which there are no more uncharted lands to uncover.
Climb aboard, matey. So where's our heading? Or shall we go for a ride on the river? Don't be shy, I aim to make a friend of you.
Again, I think she is mighty excited because look at this. Inside that bottle is radiating sunshine, I think. Kimberly looks hesitant.
Don't be shy. I let the little ones play on my deck all the time, climbing here and there, like a bunch of cheerful little monkeys.
Does she have an ability to put people inside her little bottle in there? Because that's quite handy.
And not just them. I ferry the good doctor from here to the veterans' residence too. You'll have to wait till we reach the sea to see me at my full size.
Or she can bring her ship out. Okay. Again, that is quite a nice thumbnail picture here.
Once the water opens up, that's when I'm really free.
Good coffee. The sailboat slowly drifts away from the doctor's hut.
Now, I ask again. Where are we going, mate? Can't just let the wind decide our course.
Why not? I should like to go somewhere nobody will ever find me.
Confusion, chaos, escape. Perhaps tomorrow will be just like all those yesterdays.
I'm afraid there's precious few places like that anymore, lass. I've spied the globes they've got nowadays. Seems like every last step has covered the four corners and back. But aren't you a strange sight, lass? You know, I've seen your kind before. Beautiful to look at, aye. But there's a darkness in you that lies beneath the surface, isn't there? But you're not like the rest of them, you'd say. Well, I would sooner believe in a map to El Dorado before I'd swallow the idea of a succubus with a heart of gold. So, was that girl your master? Did she have your seal?
I am assuming no.
If that were true, then heart of gold or coal wouldn't matter for none. you'd be as thick as old tar.
She's been found out. She's a member of an ancient race once wanted, even hunted, and now forgotten by the world. Yeah. A few seagulls land on the boat's edge, joining them on their journey.
What? Are you wondering what gave you away? Your gloves don't do much to hide those claws. I could feel them pressing on my railings as soon as you hopped on.
Oh, so hang on, let me take a look at this. So she is on her already. Okay. Kimberly immediately hides her hands behind her back. Her reaction betrays her.
No use hiding them now, matey.
Her hearty laugh sends ripples through the water.
You!
Kimberly scratches the mast with her claws, but this small protest does nothing to dissuade the ship.
Are you going to turn me in?
She looks around. This place looks safe enough. Just one small leap and she'd be back on solid ground.
Turn you in? And how do you suppose I do that? I'm only a ruddy ship. Bring me back up on land and I'll be stuck right back in the bottle.
That is... Oh, okay. So that's something. So whenever she's on the water, she is full sail, but she's on land. Well, back in the bottle, only hopping on an arm.
No, lass. I've sailed with rougher folks than you. My old captain had a bounty on her head, too.
Ah, so she's a fugitive, hiding like a frigid bird. Thunder rumbles in the distance, scattering the birds perched on the roofs on either side of the river. It makes her quiver, but for the boat, it brings back fond memories of sailing the warring westerlies with her captain. Rain starts to pour. The wind picks up, filling the ship's sails and raising her down the river.
Just so you know, I very much doubt they'll pay you anything for handing me over.
I mean, she's a ship in a bottle. You don't... I don't know where you're gonna be storing them pennies or any dineros.
Maybe so, maybe so. Now, you've got the law in your tailwind. What happened? Did you spring loose from the old gibbet?
Or was it Bezos? I don't remember.
Mark me now, young lass. If you're going to try to pull one over on me, you'll have to do a lot better job than that.
That same old trick.
Are you mocking me? This is not how one ought to treat a new friend.
Quite right, lass. So then, who are your pursuers? And your master? Shouldn't you be under his protection? My old crew would say any captain that can't keep a ship safe is only good for bait.
I have no idea where he is. Or where my seal is for that matter. He was a no-good fool, though. Or only good for bait, perhaps.
I'm trying to remember in the last time when she was first released was in the San Francisco thing. And it was just a goon, a manus vindicta goon. He had no idea what the hell he was doing. He only just opened. And I think she was supposed to, like, what? Was the old, what was his name is? I forgot the guy's name. But I guess he didn't know that he would feel the pain from the arm twisting. But he would end up getting hurt as a servant. And he would have been fine, but coward he is. Forces I guess a mindless tool who has no idea what he do. I guess they got separated along with the thing, the seal, which was the toy robot.
I hope he's dead, rotting in some sewer back in San Francisco.
Uh-huh. The rain stops, brief and intense, just like her escape.
Well, mortal flesh doesn't last long. I've ferried many a passenger in my days, and none yet have escaped when Davy Jones came calling their name. As I recall, the first that went was William Halfleg. He lost the other half in a fight at the port of Southampton, hanged on the governor's orders, and Edward the Red Hand, a nasty piece of work from the Low Countries. Loved a bit of throat cutting, until he got his own throat slit by some fool in a ramshackle pub on Tortuga.
A pirate's life is not an easy one. She fondly remembers every one of her crew. Though they all died hundreds of years ago, it still feels like yesterday to her.
Sounds as though they got what they deserved.
That they did, lass. They all got what they deserved. Some hanged, some drowned. Some we marooned on a desert isle with naught but a pistol and a flagon of rum.
Yeah, that's what pirate life did give them, yeah.
I've been to Plymouth, Nassau, Port Royal. I once even slipped into Seville disguised as a merchantman to smuggle pepper and cinnamon. Wherever the captain wanted to go, we sailed.
Exciting. Damn, I had some coffee. An exciting, dangerous life, yet ordinary in its own way. The countless cannonball scars in her hull alone tell the story.
But one by one, Davy took them all. Now here I am. A ship without a captain. My own master.
Ain't that a thing, ain't it?
I suppose that's a lot to take in. You ever thought about living a different life? To set sail for some far corner of the sea? Living on spiced rum and jerky thick as a buccaneer's hide?
Now look at me inside the boat there. It's raining now. With a little cloudy here. I think she is... I'm not sure if it's sad or not. Or at least reminiscing.
How's that sound, lass? Not that I'm saying we set sail today. It's only a bit of old fancy.
I really can't say. Chibi. I suppose I can't. Not yet, at least. There is something important I need to retrieve.
And what is that important thing? I'm not sure if it's the robot toy that acts as her seal. I'm not sure.
That's Captain White Rum to you. The ship of a captain and captain of the ship.
Ain't that a conundrum?
I prefer... Wait. Sorry. What did you...
Oh, she got seasick! Motion sickness? Uh-oh. As the ship docks, she leaps back ashore, doubles over in an alleyway, and retches.
Seasick? I hadn't thought your kind capable of it.
That's weird.
I didn't expect this. Either.
Aw. A can rolls over, gently hitting her foot. Annoyed, she kicks it away. Not far away, a few boys have been practicing their soccer skills with it. One mischievous boy kicked the can back towards Kimberly.
What now?
This time, she picks up the can and angrily throws at it at the boy's head. Oh my goodness.
Caramba! I like this girl, she's feisty.
He straightens himself as he slowly makes his way toward her, cocky grin on his face.
What with the brotherhood, Gorota? You apologize, now we might just let you go.
Oh, are you sure you're in the brotherhood, little boy? Little fella?
Don't you know that Lord Santos is back? We can make this rougher for you if you like.
Ah, you think you're in over your head, little sicko?
Careful, me lads. I wouldn't pull those knives. Things may go rougher than you'd bargained for.
I'm sure. Angry thunderstorm. Oh boy. Looks like we're prepared to beat up some kids again.
Come together to conquer this great weight.
Hey, you jerk! Why don't you show us what you're really made of? My mom can throw plates better than you can throw that garbage. Was that the best you got? These slippery little buggers are going to be hard to catch. I know. I'll catch them one way or another.
It's pain.
Do not worry.
Keep up the pace.
Please, mortal. Please, allow me.
I'm not sure if they're gonna attack and reveal themselves, or do I hit them and they'll reveal themselves? Do I just survive then?
Charging.
Stay back, I say.
Faraday's miracle. Barrage.
Yeah. How long are they gonna keep this up?
Shell. Damage. Knowledge. Rest loaded. Charging. Flash in the water. Aim and shoot.
Okay, this is getting out of hand. Weird. Alright, now they reveal themselves. Okay. I guess at a certain point in a turn, they're gonna reveal themselves.
Dark embrace.
Nice. Nice job. Ooh. Run away, little bastards.
The sparkling of the sea, the shimmering of scales. There is always a light to follow.
Sweet dreams.
He's gonna get it now. Yeah, you got your R's handled.
Although we come from different lands,
Well, that was something. The boys are no match for her. Of course they're no match. They're just kids and she's a succubi.
Not so tough now, are you boys? Try this again, and I'll make a mince out of what's left of you.
Ooh. She angrily kicks the can into the river. Not so nice.
I know your fathers, me boys. And I think they wouldn't be none too happy to hear you claiming to be with the Brotherhood.
Yeah, she's your neighbor.
Let go. We're wasting our time here.
The boys scurry off, muttering under their breaths.
Bilge rats, the lot of them. Not even fit for the apostles. Brotherhood always lets their knives do the talking. If there'd been any doubt of what you are, lass, that fight sure cleared it up.
Yep. It has been 20 minutes, and it's still part 9. Only the first part of the damn story. Alright, looks like we got some other things to do before I unlock that part 10 here. So what is this one? Alright, let's go with the start here. Innovative advertising, a magazine clipping is posted next to a pile of glass souvenirs, and very effective promotion. So, Untold Stories of the Invisible College. Boyle's Impossible Flask, which is ridiculous, but then again, it's just something in fantasy. So, you guys can read this if you want. I'm not going to read all of them, but I really don't know. Anyway, that's gone enough. I'm not sure if I should have scroll down slowly. But let's see what this is. A world of bandages, fighting back death's descent upon their patients, and extinguishing the world's light from the eyes of the doctor. So we got another clue to a puzzle here. Alright, let me take a look at this real quick. Alright. So yeah, world of bandages. Okay. Let's add that here. So another part of the past here is once you get used to the darkness, you'll find it kind compared to the fate that took my sight. So she is blind. That we know.
Listen up. We're the Apostles' Brotherhood, not some worthless favela gang.
So why are they here?
So we start off nice and easy. And if the doc doesn't play along, well, then we make her play along. Claro?
Oh, hell no. Are you gonna steal our doctor? What the hell? What are you gonna be doing, my dude? Kidnappings? They often happen, yeah? Sounds like those pendejos actually have something to plan, yeah? The feverish girl looks to be doing much better than before. Dr. Dores is crouched beside the bed, gently wiping her face. A few uninvited guests burst in.
Hola. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Hey, is she really blind?
I'm afraid yes. But please don't worry. I'm more than able to treat all my patients. Are you feeling unwell?
Something tells me
Sir.
that they're... Okay, sorry to interrupt. Something tells me that they're not here for a medical checkup. Margando glances at the patient on the stretcher and signals to his men. His dogs quickly surround the patient.
Sir?
We heard that you're a good doctor. We got someone who needs your help. You're Dr. Dores from the Veterans Residence, right?
Yes. And may I know who you are? I won't turn away a patient, but I'll also need some assurance that you can be trusted, sir.
So, is she coming with us or not?
He kicks over a cabinet, causing the test tubes within to smash in a small explosion on the floor. And that escalated
Did you
quickly.
hear that?
Yeah, it can't be as loud as a cannon fire. Wow, look at that. Now she's mad.
Sounds like some kind of explosion near the clinic.
Yeah,
Should we go back?
you should.
It could be an accident,
Not sure.
but she's got away with her equipment. Doubtful she's the cause of this. Steady on then. Let's hurry back and see for ourselves.
Ow, my jaw. Yawning hurts.
That's not how you treat a doctor, lads.
The thugs instinctively draw their knives, a habit developed in their line of work.
What are you doing to her?
Lord Santos would like to have a word with the doctor. That's all.
You're not taking her anywhere. Don't you see she's taking care of this girl?
She bares her claws, digging her heels into the ground.
Yeah, I'm not asking for permission, sweetheart.
Guacano snaps his fingers.
Grab the doctor. Ice the rest of them.
Hell no. We find some meat. Gone. Okay.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Bask in the sunlight.
Stay back, I say. Keep calm.
Oh, they got a shield, huh?
Charging. Loading.
Feel my dark embrace.
Eliminate target. Aim and shoot.
I look forward to punishing you.
Fuel charging.
Together, we are fearless. Keep up the pace.
The light that illuminates all.
One down.
Not loading.
Hi, Master.
This is for us all.
Aye, aye, aye.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Swipe. Kimberly claps the hand of the thug in her claws, poised to crush it, but she hesitates, glancing back at the doctor.
Stop. Enough. I won't have you fighting in my clinic.
What are you talking about? They're here to kidnap you, woman. Kimberly releases her grip.
Doctor?
But they've got the girl, Doctor.
You have got to be kidding me. They just kidnapped Vertin? Oh, god dang it, man. The feverish girl's unconscious body has been thrown over the shoulder of one of the thugs.
This lady definitely isn't from the favela. So what's she doing here?
She's ill. She needs my help. That is all I ever ask.
Well, all we need is you, Doc. So how's about we make a deal? You come with us, we let the rest of your friends go. Understood?
She has no choice in the matter, does she?
So be it.
She doesn't hesitate to accept.
Please, Doctor, stand aside. I'll happily take care of these rats.
I have no doubt about that, miss. However, once violence starts and blood is spilled, there will be no end to it. For now, I would be happy to meet with the Senor Santos and seek out a peaceful resolution. I'll come with you.
See? We can all be friends.
Shut up, you. The thug pushes the feverish girl toward Kimberly. Really?
Vertin.
You had to roughhouse her? Oh, come on, dude. She is sick, man. Kimberly catches her, holding her tightly in her arms.
If she doesn't wake up tonight, take her to the veteran's residence first thing in the morning.
Alright, get the doctor straight to his reverence.
So why would he need Dr. Dores? Why does he need her? That is a good question, though. A long sleep with no dreams. No worries, no troubles, no thoughts. Like being back in a warm, dark, damp room. She awakes to an unfamiliar place. It's quiet and strange.
Have a good rest, did you, Sleeping Beauty?
Vertin!
You've missed quite a bit. All terrible, I'm afraid.
A talking ship inside a bottle. A tiny floating fortress on the water. And beside her, a worried Miss Kimberly.
Where am I?
You and this lass were drifting down the river after your ship went down. You'd have met Dr. Dores had you woken up a little sooner.
Doctor? Dr. Dores. Yes. She's a doctor from the veterans' residence. She saved you from the very claws of death. She...
She can't walk. Her body is still too heavy.
Aye, you were burning up, lass. But the good doctor pulled you through. She was right there by your bedside the whole time. The good news is, we think she's still alive.
Still alive? What's the bad news then?
The bad news is she's been snatched up by the Apostles' Brotherhood.
What?
Rest now, lass. They aren't likely to hurt her for now. You'll need your strength for later. Some scallywag by the name of Santos wanted to have a word with her, so they said.
Everything has gone to hell since that ship sank.
But Lepera and Sotheby, where are they?
There's a shooting pain in her arm.
I remember we all fell into the water. I'm sorry, I didn't see them. We washed ashore together. My map. Have you seen it? I have to get to the veterans' residence. They may very well be waiting for me there.
Come on your feet.
Well, I may be just the ship to get you there, ladies.
Alright, Sao Paulo, Bossa Nova. I almost forgot what it means, Bossa Nova. After instructing his men to take Dr. Dores to their chapel hideout, Marcando walks over to Duncan, who is watching over a group of hostages.
You're a clever one, viejo. I like working with your type.
The hostages, Galeno among them, are lined up on their knees, their heads tied behind their backs. Marcando has ordered they be taken to the manor.
Much appreciated. I've tried to pick up a thing or two over the years.
You've had plenty of time to learn, a man of your age. By the way, what about that girl? Where'd she go?
Sotheby is missing.
Dunno. Maybe got scared away. You know how little rich girls are. I'm certain she's found her way back to her daddy's bodyguards. She'll be no cause for concern.
Fine. No need to worry about this spoiled little girl. Now this bastard, on the other hand.
Marcando kicks Galeno hard on the stomach.
Leave the boy be. He's not got much time left if he doesn't give up those names.
His eyes dart around, keenly scanning his surroundings. Marcando had left with about a dozen men, but he's only come back with 9.
Hot enough out here? Luckily, I've got a bit of vino left. You a fan of wine, Senor Marcando? I'll fetch some for us. And all the brothers and sisters here. Let's drink to the brotherhood and the opportunities that lie ahead.
You old fox, I see your game. But why not? We could all use a drink.
You, over there! Keep a watch on this guy. Don't let him get away.
He gives Galeno a kick in the backside as he leaves. He's got something planned, doesn't he? Old Duncan waits by the water, his eyes anxiously fixed upstream. Eventually, a small boat carrying Lepeta and a few men rows into view.
Finally.
The boat docks, and they jump ashore one by one, carrying spiked wine in their hands.
Duncan, you nearly had me there. When did you plan all this?
Probably since he got to the favela.
I've had it brewing for a while, but things have been changing fast lately. Honestly, I didn't expect to be doing this now.
He counts the men, just 6 of them. Fewer than expected, but enough.
There's enough snoring syrup in the wine now to put them all in a dreamy, deep, deep sleep. Oh, but might it have had a stronger effect if I had included a dash of slumber belladonna in the recipe?
This will be more than enough, little lady. We only need to get them to drink the wine. Then?
Oh, then you must drink this. Just a drop.
She rummages around in her skirt for the potion. Eventually, she produces a bottle of thick pine green liquid.
It will stay on your tongue and prickle around in your mouth. That way you won't drift off like the others. I've concocted much tastier potions before, but this one...
Memories of her past experiments come flooding back, almost bringing her to tears.
It'll do just fine. Thank you, little lady.
He smiles as he takes the bottle and downs its contents. He raises his flute, signaling the next step of the plan.
Pass me the wine and wait for my signal. When you hear me playing this flute, you'll know it's time to strike. The wine's here! Courtesy of an old friend from Mexico. Take a glass, everyone.
Here's to his reverence's good health.
To his reverence's health.
To Marcando. To the invincible brotherhood.
To Marcando!
The flattery and alcohol have successfully lowered Marcando's guard.
Duncan, that's your flute. Give it over.
Marcando snatches Duncan's flute and looks it over.
This is a fine flute. Duncan, did you said that you got a friend in Mexico? Huh? You know that old Mexican song, La Llorona?
Doesn't everybody know La Llorona? I forgot how to pronounce La Llorona. La Llorona. Can't blow the flute just yet. A few men are still awake.
That I do! I learned it from the best! In the cactus back in Tulum. From a fine young lady with silky hair and gentle eyes as dark as coffee.
An improvised lie, but there's truth in it. The cactus bar in Tulum is real, at least.
Claro. So, how fine was this chica, huh?
It seems beautiful ladies are much more interesting than music to him.
Don't let me start spinning that yarn. It'll be no fun for you to watch an old man bursting into tears.
Lies and fake tears. Duncan's acting wouldn't fool the sober, but with his audience under the influence of alcohol and potions, he just might get away with it.
I'll only say I was heartbroken by the time I left. That love of mine. Anyway, enough about the old flames of yesterday. Let's raise a glass to a better tomorrow.
To poor old Duncan.
To poor old Duncan.
Duncan evidently retrieves his flute before pouring out more drinks. How long will it take it to effect, though? He feigns joy, drinking and laughing with his new friends, until they're too drunk to stand. Every one of them is utterly inebriated. Marcando and his hounds pass out, one by one, until they are all fast asleep.
It's time.
Play that flute. He blows the flute, and his companions jump into action.
Good. Good music. Who are you?
You're still conscious. Well, it looks like they're already conscious.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Oh, they're all here. Never mind.
Perfectly understood.
What's a veteran without his gun?
Flee, mortals! Please, allow me.
I gotta get a few moves in, huh?
Hey, you suck!
Loading, charging.
Finally, my turn, huh? Handy little flyers.
Eliminate target.
Ay, ay, ay. Whoa, what the hell is that?
No.
Dude, look at that big boy.
Bask in the sunlight.
Stay back, I say.
Push!
Dude, he's got a shotgun the size of a cannon. My gosh. Alright, let me analyze you. Never mind. I still have it on
Watch
auto.
and learn, kids!
I'm on the momentum.
Together, we are heroes.
He has a cannon too.
The sparkling of the
Aye,
sea,
aye.
the shimmering of scales. There is always a light to follow.
Sweet dreams.
Our courage and determination brought us victory.
Indeed, indeed, Duncan. Indeed,
Lopera! Galeno! Come on, give me a hand!
indeed. Looks like their ambush was successful.
Pinche traidor!
He was never a traitor. He fooled you.
Time to cash you out.
He pins the struggling Marcando to the ground. He gets what he deserves, but where's the doctor?
You'll be begging for Lord Santo's mercy.
I'm sure he will.
Be reasonable, kid. The Brotherhood is finished. Your time's up.
Wait, how come you said you call him a kid? He ain't a kid. He don't look like a kid to me. He pulls the knife from Galeno's waist and finishes Marcando off the Sao Paulo way.
Don't let them slip away.
Mr. Carson, but you...
That is not Carson. She swallows her words, but no, her butler would never do something like this. That's because that is not her butler. This is the raw, fierce power of a man who has lived on the streets of the favela. Meanwhile, Lopera catches up to a fleeting thug and cracks him over the head with the butt of her gun.
Let me.
He picks up a metal bat and stands over the fallen thug in front of Lopera.
Think you can handle this?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. This is the rite of passage. He swallows hard and aims at the spot where the gun butt had struck.
For the favela, the Brotherhood must go!
Swing it! Damn. Got his ass. The battle is over.
Sorry to put you through all that, kid.
Don't mention it. If this means we can get rid of them for good, it'll all be worth it. So what's next?
Next, Zeno will come around to pick you up. But first, we've got to get back to the veterans' residence.
Unease spreads among the group. They exchange a few glances.
No, senor. One of you has to stay. The people need to see you, or they'll worry that you've deserted us.
I can make it there on my own. Stay with them, Duncan.
And me!
Hey. An unexpected volunteer steps forward.
I've seen there are many sick children here in the favela. I'm certain that I could do something to help them.
I'm not sure it's a good idea, Sogby. The favelas can be dangerous if you don't know them.
Indeed.
The brave young lady can stay with me if she likes. I'll keep her safe.
Galeno and the others nod.
What do you say to that, little lady?
Miss Sotheby is never afraid.
Oh no.
It's decided then. Lopera, head for the veterans' residence. Tell them what happened and contact Admiral Igor from there.
All hesitation leaves Lopeta's body once she hears her father's name.
Galeno, you've done us proud, kid. If I were king, I'd have made you a knight. Who knows? Maybe the little lady could do that for us. But first, young Galeno, we'll seek another deed worthy of knighthood. It's time we fight for our people.
Revolution! I guess. Alright, it looks like I got something to do before I move on. So it looks like it's another clue to a past. So an ordinary looking wrench bursting with stories and the marks of time. Just like the old craftsman it belongs to. And with that, I believe we can reach to another clue. So let's take a look real quick. So it's another piece of his past here. So let's connect this and see. Don't be fooled by its plain appearance. This here is the foundation of all my work, just as much as my calloused old hands. Alright, so we need one more, and I can already catch a glimpse of it, and it looks like a uniform to me. Honestly, I think it's the photo. The photo in Igor's room, I believe. That's my theory for now. Okay, so Silent Night, Holy Night is the name of our 12th chapter, and it looks like we finally arrived at the veterans' residence. I'm not sure what I'm going to find here, but I'm guessing things are not going to be well. The route from the favela to the veterans' residence is quite familiar to Whiterun. She has ferried the doctor back and forth countless times.
You ever been to a veteran's residence? Not many young faces there, besides Lopera. As far as the doc goes, doubtful anyone knows her real age. And even the saltiest sailor knows better than to ask a lady her age.
Huh? Deathly quiet, it looks like.
Ooh, I see that joke missed the bow, so to speak.
No. It wasn't a bad joke at all. Really.
A joke would usually warrant some kind of response.
Aye. Thanks for the kind words, lass. But best to leave old Flotsam where it lies.
Mariana, from the veterans' residence brings out some snacks. There's plenty of sugar to go around in this neck of the woods.
Have you been filling this sweet young lady's head with your tall-tailed shippy?
The little ship used to live with the doctor in the veterans' residence, but today she returns alone, and neither one of her two passengers is her old roommate.
Sorry to show up without proper notice.
Oh, don't worry about it. Any friend of Lopera is a friend of ours. Oh, if you'd come a couple of days earlier, we would have introduced you to Senor Duncan and Dr. Dores. But they've not been around in a while.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to meeting them. Hopefully we'll see them soon.
Baby. Kimberly wanders the courtyard. She's still on guard, but she seems to be oddly familiar with this place.
You know, I knew a girl who looked just like her.
Aww.
A caregiver here way back in the 60s.
Aww.
Back when this place was called Heartfelt Home.
She scratches the chin of the kitten in her arms.
But it can't be her now, can it? Besides, I'm old now, and my memory is a bit fuzzier than it used to be.
May I see Dr. Dores' room?
She wouldn't mind, but please be careful not to move anything.
As we tell, some of her stuff contains something that can explode things.
Is that one over there, dear? She never locks the door.
Are you kidding me? She never locks the door. This explains why she is blind, so she can't afford to lock a door. The place looks no different from the other rooms in the courtyard, but the door is slightly ajar. Green vines hang from the roof, and the weathered walls bear the passage of time. It's a simple little home. Kimberly stands by the door, a stray cat in her arms. She scratches its belly. It bit her.
How dare you scratch me!
Oh, damn, don't you scratch her. The cat leaps out of Kimberly's arms, grabs a hold of one of its vines, and clambers over the wall of the veteran's residence.
Get back here, you fluffy rapscallion! I'll have your tail, you hear me?
I will not doubt that she's going to eat the tail. She's not as agile as she looks, or perhaps the kitten has made her soft. She fails to catch it, instead stumbling into the door, throwing it wide open, and hitting the floor with a thud.
Do be careful, Miss Kimberly.
How did that happen?
Oh gosh, she is crying. Don't cry, Kimberly. Vertin, treat her.
And how long have you been standing there?
Oh, I think she's crying out of embarrassment.
Just a little while. Funny. I've never thought to open a door like that before. Come along. Let's take a peek inside.
Sorry, I'm just imagining it. It just seems funny when you imagine it. Ugh. Damn, it's so tiring. It's a rather ordinary guest room. Except there's a peculiar white marble chair sitting by the window. It has a red button on the armrest. That looks like the most uncomfortable chair you would ever see. And the red button... red flags. The marble feels familiar, but no memories come to mind. Odd how they both have some kind of familiarity with this place.
What's this red button on the chair?
It could be anything. It could be a secret elevator to some sort of hidden basement. I watch too many spy movies, by the way. It could be like, a hidden compartment, maybe. Or something like a rocket chair. Who knows, right? It could be anything. But never press a red button unless you have the need to. The button seems totally out of place, as if daring someone to press it. Yeah, I felt the urge to press the damn button. Like my mouse automatically just went to the red button, and I didn't like it. Kimberly takes a seat and curiously presses the button. Oh no. But thank God, it looks like there's no electricity. Despite her fervent pressing, nothing happens. Frustrated, she swings her legs over the other side of the chair.
Good for nothing.
A tasteless decoration. No one knows why this chair is in the doctor's room. But pressing the button didn't trigger any explosion or anything of the like. It's simply a functionless, harmless little contraption. On the other side of the room... oh my God. The doctor's desk holds a stack of manuscripts.
These must be articles that she hasn't sent out yet.
Notes on the districts of Sao Paulo. Records of arcanas in the favelas. Investigations into plantation economies in the northeastern Brazil.
She's a good woman. And her room smells like a good woman's room. You don't find many of those around these days.
What makes you say so?
Well, firstly, she did save your life. And secondly, it's hard to explain. Good people have a smell. A pleasant one. My nose has never been wrong. Vertin.
My question is, what does she smell of Vertin? What's she smelling for Vertin?
We'll bring her home safely.
This typewriter seems like it's seen a lot of use.
Do you see any drafts? Any samples?
I can't say. I'm not very familiar with these things. Take a look. She signed something here. But I thought her name was... Dores.
Wait a minute. Is Dores her alias? What's the name? Tell me. There's a single word written at the bottom of the manuscript. Will I clearly see it? Erd? Erd. And something just triggered her memory, isn't there? The name Erd is familiar with Vertin, huh?
Mariana!
A familiar voice echoes from outside. Okay, so we got something. A name? Erd. Oh god, there's more to hear. Another piece of the puzzles. Alright, let's see what this is. So, appreciate kindness. What does this mean? Alright, so, dear anonymous gentleman to Mr. Marble. Oh, that's funny. A lot of paper just looks like a heart. Okay, so... Calling you Mr. Marble, donation of a fine marble chair. Assume Marble holds some special significance to you. If you can happen to see this letter, then you soon go to the door and accept our thanks and hospitality. Okay. Donation has been great. Okay, so whoever Mr. Marble is donated a lot to this home, I believe. Right. Then we have this thing. Those pristine wings, however, could never ever fly across the riverbank. Is that supposed to be like a bird or something? Okay, let me take a look at this real quick and see if I can piece that together. Oh, there's like two things here. On both paths here. So, she used to comfort those children like elders with a siren song that made them forget their pain in aged bodies. Sometimes I sing, but the elders always weep, then whisper softly that it's not my fault. Then this is... I'm not sure what the hell this is. It looks like a goose. It loved to tease. I was actually trying to read, but... This is my first... July 13th, 1943. This is my first diary entry. Old Quiteria said she would help me with my writing and scratched off. She kept laughing and said I should use punctuation, but she did not tell me what punctuation. It sounds like seasoning. Old Quiteria brought me to a place called a nursing home. It is rubbish here and old too, and the people's faces are all wrinkled up, and she wants me to start learning to read and do something called work, so I can stay here and eat, and I do not want to keep running away anyway. Those people cannot find me here. So, August 15th, 1943, these elderly people move so slowly. Where is the thrill? They all looked at my clothes and said I must be a rich girl from somewhere far away. I told them about my past. They laughed so much, Quiteria didn't laugh, and another didn't laugh either. The one they call the soprano. She said I was a pampered poor little thing. Fate likes to lift people up and then smash them down. I don't know what that means, but I don't like her calling me a poor little thing. Bugs are little. They are not good things. They taste bad. Some even taste like dirt. So I'm not a bug. She also asked why I was not angry at the soprano. I do not understand. Why should I be angry? The soprano says bad things, but she did not hurt me. People who love to say good things are the most dangerous. So, January 4th, 1944. After picking up the morning New Truth paper, I tidied up the soprano's bed. I saw many newspaper clippings under her pillow, all about the opera house. After evening prayers, I was about to take back the soprano's handkerchief when she suddenly grabbed me. She asked if I couldn't see that life was getting worse. She said I must understand that feeling, but I didn't understand what she was talking about. She said, when your skin becomes wrinkled, you'll understand, and everyone will die without dignity and regret and ignorance. I didn't know what she was talking about. I was very scared. I thought of my sister. I don't want to become my sister. After I put out the candle by her bed, she suddenly hugged me tightly and cried like a little girl. I copied what Quiteria does and gently patted her back. She soon fell asleep. How long is this? July 13th, 1944. Quiteria announced to everyone that it was the 1-year anniversary of my arrival at Heartfelt Home. I was very happy because it meant there was a lot of food and no work. They said I was the star today, and I could decide anything. Just like when I was at the mansion, I asked them if there were any ponies here. I wanted to ride one and let them chase me. The elderly laughed so hard their dentures fell out. But they all said they wanted to try, so I rode our Jenny the cow. She trotted majestically. I rode on its back, and they chased me with their canes and wheelchairs. They fell, got up, laughed heartily. No one helped them up. Finally, the soprano caught me. She cleverly used a bundle of hay to catch Jenny. When we got back, Quiteria scolded me, saying I could have broken their old bones. But everyone was happy, and so was I. At night, old Quiteria gently patted my back, but I couldn't sleep. I thought of the soprano's words. I've been thinking about her words a lot lately. I asked Quiteria if we would really just get worse and worse. She kissed my forehead and said, "What nonsense is that?" But I promised the soprano not to reveal her secret, so I said nothing. That night, I dreamt of my old gardens, but strangely, Jenny the cow was there too. Aw. Yeah. I'm gonna know that she's gonna have a very horrible past here. She went through a lot. Alright. But then on to 13. Voto Cor de Rosa. Yay. Voto Cor de Rosa.
Oh, more visitors.
Who it is? It's Lopera. I got her name wrong again. I thought it was Sopera, but it is Lopera. God damn. God damn it. She is safe. But where's Sotheby?
Thank goodness. You survived too. What about Sotheby?
Oh, something happened in the favela earlier, so she decided to stay there. Don't worry, Duncan's with her.
We've got bad news. Dr. Dores has been abducted by the Brotherhood.
What? Idiotas! What's wrong with them? Ugh, guess I'll call the base. Mi viejo will figure something out.
Think me, Lepera! I thought you'd been sent to Davy Jones' locker.
You can't really go to J.V. Jones's locker if they're on land. White rum soars through the air and lands squarely in Lopera's arms. I wish I could have seen that, but I'm not sure if you want to catch an arm that is holding a bottle. The ferocity of the embrace is enough to knock a grown man down to the ground.
Why did you think that? I'm tougher than the stubble on the chins of the old geezers here. I'm like you, a ship that'll never sink. Timekeeper? Who's that over there?
Kimberly is peeking out through the doorway, only a sliver of her face showing through the gap. Oh, she's too scared. I know she's afraid of new people. She's like an anxious person. Like an anxious cat. Just doesn't like new people and it's just peeking through the gap of the door. It just makes me want to give her a hug, and that's all I know what to do.
Kimberly? Did mi viejo let you go?
Does she know? She's been released.
Oh, Timekeeper, let me explain. When we were routing out the deserters, we found Kimberly hanging out with the Manus thugs. Pa took her off somewhere. And he always has a plan, so I didn't bother asking where she ended up. Hey, come over here and say hi. When did Pa let you go?
She's gonna say, I don't know.
Or did you sneak out somehow?
This is gonna be awkward. Kimberly's eyes shift, her claws tensed, as if ready to spring into action at any moment.
I think, Miss Kimberly, didn't you pull me out of the water?
Come on, be brave. You got this.
How did you know?
I knew too, because I know the color of the claws.
Shortly after my fever subsided, I started to remember what happened just before I lost consciousness. There was a voice ringing in my head. It was you calling out to me.
Vertin, I can't have you dying here. You mustn't give up.
What? I did not say that.
You say that.
I just took you to the doctor and left.
You did say it. Come on, don't be embarrassed now. You gotta admit your true feelings. Her protestation is almost a scream.
Aye, 'tis true what Vertin says. Though Kimberly denies it, she chose to save her. Even when she had plenty of chances to blow the lass down. She's a good lass at heart. Not an enemy, Lepera.
She's just scared. She's embarrassed. Oh, you are too precious. I am sorry to say this. Lepera lowers her guard, offering a friendly wave to Kimberly. Kimberly cautiously steps out of the doorway, but maintains some distance between the two of them. Lepera looks at her new friend. Her attire has given her a totally different appearance. After a brief pause, Lepera smiles at her.
You have to understand, it's pretty hard not to suspect someone who hangs around with the Manus. Anyway, I guess there must have been some kind of misunderstanding. Back then, I didn't have time to... In any case, I'm sorry, Kimberly.
Good water. Lepera extends a hand in a gesture of peace, but Kimberly hesitates, her claws tensing once again.
It's fine. But don't think I'll forgive you so easily.
Yeah, being too soon.
Speaking of the Manus and the Brotherhood, I never quite understood what they were trying to do.
I mean, she basically, given to her backstory, she's always been forced to this. She is a species that is bound to an object and has no choice but to obey whoever holds it.
I don't blame you. I still don't really get it either.
I mean, I don't think they understand either. Or her situation.
So you're really not in the same boat as them?
A sudden yet perfectly reasonable question.
Of course not! I don't have a boat!
Oh.
No, I mean, I'm not in any boat with anyone!
Aww.
If only I'd found my...
She looks around as if she's forgotten something but finds nothing.
Listen, I don't know who it is you're looking for, but it's not me. I've already told you everything I know. If I'm not welcome here, now get out of your way. Just... please, don't take me back to that place. I don't want to see that thing ever again.
She refuses to look at the weapons around Lepera's waist, perhaps in a restrained sense of rejection or fear, or something hidden deep within her heart.
All right, girls. If you want to have a chat, at least take a seat first. It simply won't do to have you all standing around the entrance like this.
Mame Mariana takes Kimberly with one hand and Lepera with the other, and leads them back to the courtyard. When they arrive, she lays out some bacoa, bakoko, for them to snack on.
Eating candy is bad for your teeth, Bobo.
Oh, I'm much too old to worry about that. When you reach my age, and just waking up each day is a blessing, you'll eat whatever you want, too.
Mamai Mariana,
Ooh.
could I have a word with you, please? I have some questions about Mr. Duncan.
I almost had the pronunciation, Mamai. I almost had that pronunciation right.
Oh, Duncan. What kind of trouble has he stirred up now? All right, then. Why don't we head inside and give those two some space? And Lepera, apologize to that poor girl properly. You hear?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Every lost friend is worth remembering.
Mi Viejo released you, which means you can't be trusted.
I'm not sure.
And you saved Vertin's life, too. I guess I shouldn't have been so hostile towards you. Here, have a drink. As a token of my apology.
Best friend arc. She hands her a warm cup of something dark. It has a rich smell.
Salvadoran coffee. Great if you need to pull an all-nighter.
Kimberly raises the cup to her mouth and with both hands and curiously sticks her tongue into the liquid. Oh, don't act like a cat now. Also, this is just a moment here where they bond in friendship and all that stuff, you know? It's quite cute.
So Lopeta!
Yep, beat her like the old days.
Lopeta falls silent for a while. Kimberly glances at the gun around Lopeta's waist.
You know, back in Colombia, my father did horrible things to his plantation workers. Well, my biological father. Not Igor.
Lopeta looks off into the sky and laughs resignedly. It's as if she just spoke of a stranger rather than her flesh and blood.
He said, "No, that's not the sound of gunfire outside. The workers are setting off fireworks. They're celebrating, but they weren't fireworks." He betrayed his workers, his compatriots. It wasn't a celebration. It was a massacre. After that, I ran away from home. One day, the Admiral and Molly found me. That's how I joined Zeno. Betrayal's as common as dirt here. Comrades, friends, family, anyone could sell you out. And for cheap, too. I hope you can find your boat soon. You know, a place where people have your back.
Can I not drink this?
Of course. Don't force yourself. I know the taste isn't for everyone.
She clinks cups with her new friend.
Carlota Lopez Rivera.
And that is her name.
That's my full name. Bit of a mouthful, huh?
Lopeta stretches out her arm, closes one eye, and lines up the moon between her fingers. She closes her fist, but catches nothing in the air. But the air.
I wanted to erase it from my profile. From everywhere, to be honest. But mi viejo disapproved.
She fiddles with her fingers, her eyes lingering on that unattainable celestial body.
Molly agreed with him. She said, "You mustn't forget your past, Beta." So I let it go. But Lopeta sounds so much nicer, so I preferred to go by that. And you, Kimberly? What's your real name?
Kimberly hesitates.
Nala. Nala Hari. The residents of Heartfelt Home called me Anjo Nala.
And that's where we figure out her real name. And it's still going. 25 minutes of this single thing.
How long ago did Mr. Duncan move here? Do you remember?
It must have been 5, maybe 6 years ago. I'm not entirely sure.
5 or 6 years ago. Nowhere near the 20s. What's going on?
Do you have any photos of him?
Mariana nods and pulls a photograph from the storage room.
We do have one, but he's been gathering dust for years. Let me see. Here. This is him.
I want to see that. Not really closely, but she points to the man who looks like Mr. Carson.
I know a gentleman who looked just like him. His name was Carson. Did Mr. Duncan ever go by that name?
The old woman blows the dust off the frame.
No, not that any of us are aware of anyway. And I've known him since I was a medic in the army. Back then, people called him Duncan the Dauntless, or the all-powerful Duncan. I never once heard Carson or anything of the like. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, miña querida.
I wish I could get a clear picture, but oh well. It seems an in-person meeting with Mr. Duncan is in order. As they head outside, black flashes across their vision as a crow swoops down from above. It releases the leather clutch in its claws.
A crow?
The crow perches nearby as the letter flutters down and lands at their feet. The old woman picks it up and breaks the seal.
Oh dear, this looks like bad news.
I want to see this.
Santos.
Of course. It's a cleanly written ransom note, signed Santos.
Dr. Dores is being held captive in the Colonel's manor. He's given us 3 days. He says that if Zeno doesn't return the deserters they detained, who'll execute the Doctor.
Why? Really?
Am I Mariana? Please contact Admiral Igor. We need Zeno's help.
This is just gone from bad to even more bad. Man. Admiral Igor rarely makes calls to Zeno headquarters, but the situation has become desperate.
Ah, Igor. How are things in San Paulo?
Worse than expected. I have a small number of troops with me, but not enough to deal with the situation. Things have gotten out of hand. At least one of the Apostles' Brotherhood leaders has pledged allegiance to the Menace.
Brotherhood. These new gangs just keep popping up, don't they? It's like cutting down sugarcane. Before you know it, another one's grown in its place.
Carlos has been murdered by his own subordinates. Even now, some of the deserters are with the Brotherhood.
This is news. This news is met with a prolonged silence.
Did you catch them?
Some have already been executed. The rest will be transferred to headquarters for interrogation.
Good. What assistance do you require, comrade?
An army. A reliable one.
An army? I'm afraid that's not possible. We simply don't have the men to spare.
It doesn't need to be large. Just dispatch my Sentinel unit from Buenos Aires to São Paulo.
A loyal army is led by the children he raised himself, composed of orphans of war born into Zeno's cause.
Or, at the very least, Semptrimi.
Ptolemy? Ah, one of your orphan children. That seems like a feasible solution.
Yes. His parents died fighting for Zeno. All my children are loyal to a fault. Officer Carlos was shot in the head by one of his own men in this very office. I need soldiers I can trust.
Ah, so the fearless Igor is afraid of death after all.
An officer was killed by his own soldiers at his own base. This is an immense stain on Zeno's honor.
How little honor they have left. Igor clings to it like a leaf on a tree in winter.
Indeed. If everything goes according to plan, you'll see your unit shortly.
Now, it's just a matter of time.
The Admiral tosses the dice in his hand, up and down, up and down. He receives the same oracle, the same answer, like the inscription on the Behistun monument. It is eternal, unchanging. His heart is a hanging lyre gently plucked. An ancient verse rises in the old Admiral's memory. Dark omens, ill prophecies, it is all whispered from his lips.
Я видел ястреба, что гнался за голубкой, и бога солнца, который туго натягивал свою золотую тетиву. Я наблюдал, как приветствовали деревянного коня на наших землях, и как из священного фонтана текла кровь птенцов. Да, но человек с решительным умом и гордостью знает, что его город выстоит, его стены будут крепки, и он будет непоколебим, как ядро земли. Какой грех! Жребий брошен. Белый саван покроет его, и он будет окутан мраком.
one.
Это все для светлого будущего.
All ones. So many snake eyes. Sorry.
Лучшее будущее для всех.
On this rain-soaked night, this is the only answer.
Admiral.
Come in.
Yesterday, we received word from the Timekeeper that Dr. Dores has been abducted by the Apostles' Brotherhood. She should be coordinating with Lopera to set up a rescue operation as we speak.
She breathes a sigh of relief. The doctor may have been abducted, but at least the Timekeeper is safe.
Also, that girl who escaped, Kimberly, is with the Timekeeper. She claims that she was released.
Just play along with your lie. There's no need to tell Lopera the truth.
The Brotherhood has demanded that we exchange the detained deserters for the doctor. Forgive me for issuing instructions without your consent, but if we refuse or ignore them, I'm afraid
They'll execute the doctor.
He knows full well the ways of these dogs.
What arrangements did you make?
Mulder tenses up a little, unsure how her father will react to her decision.
I told the Timekeeper that Xeno reinforcements would meet her at the veteran's residence. Since Lopera is familiar with the place, I also asked her to scout out the rendezvous location. And yes, I played along with Kimberly's lie. I assumed you would have done the same, Father.
Very good.
While the Admiral refused to talk to anyone last night, his daughter had been modeling her actions after him.
Your squad will soon arrive. Take them to Lopera at the rendezvous point and bring the doctor back.
A squad?
The Admiral gazes out the window. He scans the barren fort, the weathered stone, and the vines slowly wearing away at the walls. How did this come to be?
I've spoken with headquarters. All going well. Telemi and the unit will arrive soon.
Mulder's body relaxes a little, and a smile grows on her face.
I see. I can hardly remember the last time we were all together.
Her smile turns bittersweet.
Your father died in Abadan. In a war he had no obligation to fight in.
It's far more glorious to die in the throes of battle than to wither away on a sick bed. He made an honorable sacrifice.
How shameful that we would tarnish his honor.
Honor is a thing easily stained.
Let's begin with that young pilot, Lilia. Tell me, what do you think of her?
She's well trained, experienced, a straight shooter, similar to Lopera in many ways.
She's a true Slav, just like my brothers and sisters back home.
Ah, so he's a Slavic. Stubborn, loyal, brave, and as unshakable as the frozen Siberian earth.
I suppose she's luckier than Lopera, not destined to become a traitor like her.
Lopera is still a child, really.
The Admiral closes his eyes as he remembers those who fought beside him.
So many lives have been lost. In wars. In the storm.
They have all been enshrined in the Hall of Merit at headquarters.
What do you think Lopera will do?
She's your child, just like me. I think she will stand with us.
He smirks.
You think? Do you? Anyway, she's not important. Here, take a look at this.
A box, an invitation, it says.
I will not wear it, nor will you. I promise you, not one of us will wear this thing. The Preacher has given us a gift, and shared with us an oracle. We will bring her something in return. Fire and brimstone rained down from heaven. Yet among the ruins were recovered the remnants of a miracle that is living, breathing, and growing.
I don't know if those are ashes. I'm trying to think if I'm trying to piece things together.
I can sense their life force. I can hear their whispers from within these ashes.
They are ashes. Whose ashes? When they say their whispers? Don't tell me these are Arcana's ashes. Or is it the ashes of his fallen comrades? I don't know. A lucid dream, a living death, a perished immortality.
Moldir, they are invincible, rather than endlessly throwing young soldiers' lives to the white stone house. I choose to stand with the true future.
I will always stand with you, Father.
Okay, I may be wrong about the ashes, but they're still ashes. I'm so confused. Alright. Of course, we're gonna have to listen to someone again.
A gambling game's been set up in a place unfamiliar to you. Soon, you'll be invited to join the table as well.
So give me more details.
Huh. You seem to have grown quite assertive. But remember this. As a newcomer to the table, you have no privilege to make demands or probe for information unless you're looking to be targeted and isolated. You have to lose a few rounds. Pay your entry fee. Only then can you start to learn the secrets of those at the table. The players' backgrounds, the dealers' habits, and the truth behind the highest stakes gambler. It's baffling to me. Why would anyone travel halfway across the world just to throw away their money?
They're either seeking victory or they're seeking salvation. I don't know. I can't say victory or salvation. Maybe?
That was a rhetorical question, but thanks for answering. You're right. The allure of winning is irresistible, even in a game of chance. People blow on the dice, clutch a rabbit's foot, or murmur a prayer, foolishly believing they can sway the outcome. How deluded. It's pathetic.
Nonetheless, it's a fair game.
Oh, quite the opposite. The odds are rarely equal. Your opponents could have any number of advantages stuffed up their sleeves. A larger stack of chips, easier winning conditions, or even the power to change the rules. Want a fair game? You gotta fight for it. By any means necessary. The white suits always play it safe, carefully hedging their bets, while the black robes plot to overturn the table.
Clever countermeasures.
Clever? More like cretinous and atrocious. Once the table's flipped, there'll be nothing but chaos. Who would bother to set it right again? No one.
Alright, let's move on to 15, Northern Falcon. Looks like it's going to be a fight either way. A long-awaited reunion and a shocking betrayal. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good, to be honest. The old admiral picks up the file beside him and flips through the young pilot's records.
Arcanist. Abuses alcohol and loves to fight. Messenger. Call Lieutenant Lilia. Tell her to meet me at the training ground.
He rises from his chair and heads to the training ground, where the blood of the traitors still stains the grass. Lilia approaches the Admiral, her flask clutched in her hand.
How does it compare to the drink back home?
The stuff saps your energy. Makes you feel sleepy.
Just like this land. This place is always submerged in a half-dead stupor. Poverty, chaos. To them, the future feels farther away than the sun beating down from above.
While the sun casts its light from above, many choose to dance in the darkness of the sewers.
Tell me, Lieutenant, what do you think of the Foundation?
Is this some kind of test?
No. Just the curiosity of an old man. I often wonder how the younger generation views the organization.
Well, unlike those Manus maniacs, the people at the Foundation are at least open to reason. Don't get me wrong, they're stubborn. But overall, I think they're good people. The Timekeeper's red-headed sidekick, for example.
Sonetto is too busy with administrative work to join the Timekeeper in Sao Paulo.
She's a stickler for the rules, but it's so boring to follow all the regulations. That being said, it would probably be even worse without them. Total chaos, actually. Anyway, at the end of the day, someone has to do the thankless jobs, and the people at the Foundation are the only ones willing to do them.
A subtle hint of approval flickers in the Admiral's eyes.
As the Foundation's most loyal partner, Xena has always been committed to creating a brighter future for both Arcanists and humans. That includes fighting Manus Vindicta, as well as any other conflicts and chaos in the world.
In Sao Paulo, for example, Xeno maintains the city's fragile peace on its own unique way.
It's a mindless gun. The Foundation points, and Xeno shoots.
Precisely. Countless soldiers have perished in the storm, and they've all been deemed necessary sacrifices.
I have to tell you, I don't like Xeno's role in all this.
Neither do I. But an order's an order, even if it sends your soldiers to die meaningless deaths against an enemy they couldn't possibly defeat. Still, we march on without hesitation, pushing our weary bodies deeper into the storm. But how much longer can Xena keep going, Lieutenant? How long until our knees buckle and we fall to the ground?
I don't know, and I don't care.
She takes another swig of sweet liquor, sweet as the oblivion of a dream.
Arcana isn't dead.
Oh, what?
We detected life signs after the explosion of the vacuum bomb.
That's impossible.
How, though?
Yes, it is impossible. It would take a miracle for her to survive. Do you believe in miracles, Lieutenant?
I would say that's quite impossible, though. I mean, can you survive a nuclear blast? Hell no, unless you are lucky enough to become a ghoul in Fallout.
I'd sooner believe the ramblings of a drunkard.
That may be the case, but when a miracle worker appears, there will always be people who follow them, like sheep follow a shepherd. So, when the desertion incident occurred, I wasn't surprised. I was infuriated, however. Not because they abandoned Xena, but because they murdered their own officer.
Yeah, a shocking betrayal, it just doesn't add up.
Damn traitors.
Back before the first storm, human and Arcanius troops got along well. We set aside our origins and united under a common banner. Our bloodlines meant nothing next to our bond as comrades in arms. But the storm changed everything.
Time rolled back, and with each regression, the brilliance of Arcanum shone ever brighter. Eventually, it formed a rift between them.
As a soldier, I must obey my superiors. I sent my men as ordered, no question asked. But
Igor looks hesitant.
does it really make no difference if the place they die a martyr's death isn't a battlefield? Like war, these things are never simply a matter of black and white. Lieutenant, what do you think of the timekeeper?
I trust her completely.
Her statement is short and powerful.
Sounds like you'd gladly sacrifice yourself for her. We need more leaders, like the timekeeper. Manus Vindicta, the Foundation. They are just two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
He sighs again, that he extends Lilia an invitation.
The Foundation, the Pack Security Council, Manus Vindicta. Which path do you think the Timekeeper will eventually take, Lieutenant?
I trust in Vertin's decision.
Я понимаю.
Ты уверен, что Зина не тестирует меня?
Нет. К Зине это не имеет никакого отношения. Я сейчас говорю с тобой как Игорь, а не адмирал.
With a wave of his hand, he takes his leave. And now that I think about it, as he vanishes under the shadow of the colonnade, soldiers rush into the training ground. They surround Lilia, their guns pointed firmly at her. What the hell? Oh, hell no. What is this, man?
What's going on?
What is this, Igor?
Lieutenant Lilia, you are under arrest for the assault on Admiral Igor.
I'm sorry, what the hell? A lie that makes Glodier's ears turn red with shame.
Assault?
I'm sorry, we were just having a discussion. This is a setup, isn't it? A crime for which no evidence need to be provided.
Oh, I get it.
A setup. She grips her trusty red 38. After what happened in Texas, it hasn't left her side.
Stand down and surrender, Lieutenant.
Lilia downs the contents of her flask.
Even the booze here tastes lame. Come on then. You're not taking me down without a fight.
Soldiers, fire!
So what is going on? So we're getting betrayed again, huh?
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Huh. Bring it on. Show me what you got. You traitorous rats.
So apparently Admiral Igor is now the traitor, huh?
I never intended things to turn out this way. Surrender now, Lieutenant, or I'll be forced to hurt you.
Me? Surrender to you? You'll be the one who's surrendering. If I even give you the chance. Come on, soldiers. Do your worst.
What a shame. Fire at will.
No, perfectly understood.
Why the music fits? Who knows, right?
Please, allow me.
Loading, charging, loading. Faraday's miracle. Barrage. Aim and shoot.
Okay, you played that one.
I must push on. Expect knowledge. Threats charging. Devote yourselves to one another. Flash in the water. Eliminate target.
We need a finisher.
Ally Master.
Together, we are here. Target confirmed.
Nice.
And now, to return to my long-term mission.
It's useless. There are far too many of them for Lilia to escape.
There is no use resisting, Lieutenant.
Disarmed, Lilia is forced to her knees, and her hands are bound behind her back.
Tell me, what's Igor planning?
Father will lead us to a future where meaningless sacrifices are no more.
Okay, so they rebelled.
The die has been cast. I hope you know that this is nothing personal. I'm just following orders.
A fate as cold as the wind that sweeps across Marie Beard land. That's how you pronounce that.
Take Lieutenant Lilia to the holding cell. No one is to harm her without orders from the Admiral or me.
What?
Yeah, holding cell indeed. I'm shocked.
We are traitors to Zeno now, Lieutenant.
Though these words disgust her, she forces them out.
I am loyal only to my father. It's a pity, really. I would have liked to work with you in the future.
The shackled pilot stares furiously at Moldier's dark silhouette.
How long has he been planning this?
Ever since the preacher gave Father a gift and the path to a brighter future. Live or die, Lieutenant. I will never betray my family.
Jesus, man. The door closes, leaving Lilia alone in the darkness of the cell. Moldier issues a few instructions to the guard before handing them the key. It will soon be time to welcome her brothers and sisters, for there is no turning back from the path her father has chosen. Trucks led by young officers loyal to Admiral Igor roll into the base, carrying elite Xeno troops from across the country. To annihilate Manus Vindicte, to destroy the Apostles' Brotherhood, and for the future chosen by the Admiral. In a world of lies, the traitor's blade has been raised.
Don't worry, young comrade. Just hang in a little longer.
Huh?
I'm sorry? What is going... I am so confused. I am very confused. Oh, man. Alright. What is this now?
All it takes is one lie to set off a chain reaction, and I'm afraid the butterfly effect has reached you. I have bad news. You've been betrayed. But there's good news, too. A certain flight lieutenant appears to be more loyal to you than the organization she swore to serve.
Who's the traitor?
You know him. The Admiral who was pitted against an enemy he couldn't possibly defeat. This conflict has left an incurable ulcer in his once lofty heart. Yet, as a leader, he must remain unyielding in both body and mind. Despite his continued victories on the front lines, he made a decision so counterintuitive that even his loyal adjutant found it questionable. The top brass always sees things differently, I suppose.
Things never end well for traitors, but I'm not sure what he's playing, but hopefully he knows what he's doing.
Don't get your hopes up. He's more like a desperate patient than anything. Weary from the pain of his ulcer, and frantically searching for a way out. In his desperation, he has clutched at an opportunity presented by none other than the preacher herself. Deep down, he knows he's backed himself into a corner.
Oh, well, I'm done hearing the bad news.
Great. I'm done reading reports anyway. I look forward to your wise decisions. We need some good news for a change.
Alright, so I think what Admiral Igor has been doing, and from the looks of that image there, that is a Trojan horse. So I'm thinking he has something planned. By pretending to be a traitor to Xeno, to fool us, I believe. Okay, so we're going to be doing this last one for today, on part 16, Family Reunion, and it looks like we have a fight in our hands, and from what I can tell from the base, Lilia is already imprisoned. Somehow, I'm not sure, kept in the dark about something. And then we have a bunch of Rose soldiers, and everything's on fire. So, right. This is gonna be intense. After a long wait, father and daughter reconvene.
Father, Ptolemy and the unit have arrived.
So here they are. The army of justice ready to eradicate the Manus and the deserters in one fell swoop.
He picks up a gift he received from the Foundation. The umbrella.
During the last storm, the Foundation created this thing. And with the help of Laplace and the Aperan Arcanists, they stole the fire of the gods, just like Prometheus. Which side would you choose?
I wouldn't. I would follow. Follow you wherever you lead.
Her loyalty is like a shield to protect herself from her inner doubt.
Send someone to bring Stefan's belongings here. The traitor found something important at Tuesday's motel.
I forgot about that dude. The guy, okay, in some other event, old event, when Tuesday, Argus, and Barbara came out, guy was at hotel, somehow shoots himself. He went insane. But then there's this massive evacuation of this Xeno supply depot in Texas. I almost forgot about that. But what did Stefan found in Texas at Tuesday's Motel? That's the thing I was asking. That's the thing I was thinking about, you know?
Ptolemy will find it useful.
What?
That's all for now.
Understood.
Yeah, how funny how every event will connect to the main story, maybe? It is. It might.
Muldir, long time no see.
Oh, you're the dude from the trailer, aren't you? Wow, okay. The one-eyed officer steps forward to embrace his older sister, kissing her on both cheeks. Must be European. The conversation gets straight to the point.
What do you say? Do we give those humans a chance to surrender?
Manus Vindicate don't accept humans, but I doubt Father would blame you if you men allowed them to escape the base.
A hint.
Escape the base? Muldir, are you having second thoughts?
He sneers at his sister's kindness.
Either follow this path to the very end, or show mercy and get Father and the two of us executed.
He shouts a few orders to his officers, instructing them to return to their respective units and await the Admiral's command.
So what then? You want to have a mass execution like Lopera did? On what charges? For refusing to join the rebellion? Disobeying orders?
Oh no. There will be no trials.
He leans in close and whispers a few words in his sister's ear. Muldir's eyes whiten.
All my men know about this plan. We're just waiting for Father's orders.
They all know?
Well, those who are still alive.
Only blood and dirt can bury secrets.
The Manus have provided us with a miracle that allows us to survive the storm. How could anyone refuse such a sacred gift? Even after the total destruction caused by the vacuum bomb, we still detected life signs.
Which is the weirdest thing. Like I said, I think I was right for the first mention when I said whose ashes are in that container. It is, I think, Arcana, who's still alive even though she's ash. Maybe. Miracle in itself.
No one in history has ever been able to do that. Lady Arcana is invincible.
But how will she be restored, though?
I don't care about Arcana. What worries me is that the soldiers who are unwilling to follow us won't just surrender.
Then we shoot them.
Oh, his delivery is disturbingly casual. There are only two options, follow or die.
I don't think that's...
The Admiral strides toward them.
Oh, Father.
Where are the others?
They went to rally the soldiers. We've been waiting for this day for ages.
He seems to have known about the Admiral's plan for quite some time.
For ages? How long have you known about this?
She looks at Ptolemy, confusion and astonishment in her eyes.
I told your siblings some time ago.
Then Lopera...
is the only one left in the dark, then.
She's not part of the plan. Her only responsibility is to bring back Dores.
Dores? Who's that?
None of your concern. You have other things to worry about. Go issue your orders to your soldiers. Moldir, prepare the aircraft. We're going to Tierra del Fuego.
All the way to the southernmost tip of the continent, to a place where he can gaze upon that snow-capped land to the south and feel the icy breeze on his face once again.
How many of our soldiers do you think will remain loyal?
I'd say about 80%. The Arcanists will follow us. There's no doubt about that. But we still have a lot of human soldiers. Don't worry. I'll be sure to deal with them.
A necessary sacrifice.
The spilling of blood will only unite us further.
A betrayal of their brotherhood. But there will be no escape once blood is spilled. For those who shed blood and for those who draw it.
Take this and go to São Paulo tomorrow.
What? What is it? It's the toy. It's Nala's seal, I think. She gestures to the wind-up toy that once belonged to the traitorous officer who stayed at Two Statesman Hotel. It's placed beside a G33 syringe and a flying arrow M1903 pistol.
Oh, me too? So, if Moldir fails, you want me to use this little toy to get Lopera back?
No. You will bring Kimberly back from the veteran's residence. This is Kimberly's seal. As long as it's in your possession, she cannot disobey you.
Okay, so, like I said before, whoever holds this stupid thing can command her because, well, she got sealed into it. And I believe it's the thing that she's been trying to look for all this time. Because if someone gets a hold of all of this again, she will not disobey whoever holds this. She's forever trapped. A succubus cannot resist the will of whoever holds her contract item.
Bring her back peacefully, if possible.
Of course, Father.
But how would you break that, though? That's what I was asking.
I will do as you wish.
Which kind of explains why he was there with the toy. Instructions given, the Admiral leaves.
Right then, Moldir. Let's get started.
He whistles, signaling the guards to begin their massacre. No wonder the map showed fire. Yeah. The sound of gunshots echoes through the holding cell.
What's going on out there?
No one answers. The guard has already left. Ilya frowns.
Is the base under attack? By whom? The Manus has no reason to launch a frontal assault. The Apostles' Brotherhood? No, that's even less likely.
Come on, you got this. She immediately dismisses the idea. What? What's with the light?
Get out! Quick, comrade!
Are we under attack?
Just take your stuff and go!
The guard hands Lilia her weapons just as the rebels catch up.
More enemies over here!
So, rebels. Right. Great. Just great.
Look at my back.
Look at this shield, holy hell. Okay. Oh god, I have to manually control this. Okay. At the start of the round, rewrite 2 random... Okay, never mind. I'm done. I guess I'll do... You guess? So you're automatically here then. Okay. Okay.
Time.
We're at the channel for now.
Understood.
Don't blink.
Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
Okay, you got a counter. I'm gonna have to get rid of someone here. Alright, we'll go with you then. Ah! What was I doing?
Loading.
We're gonna have to get rid of somebody.
The light that illuminates all.
I'll have to get rid of the back ones. I'll have to get rid of the sniper or the RPGer. Or bombardier.
Attack.
Oh, it's punishing you!
What? I don't have a healer. I just realized I don't got a healer.
Circuits functioning properly. Charging.
I guess I'll do this.
Understood.
I, Robot, Child of Science. Eliminate target.
Alright, got rid of one. Thank you.
Please, allow me.
Jesus, no.
Haven't you eaten?
Okay. Okay. I'll have to get rid of you.
Loading. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
I wonder what's going on with this thing. So I can't pick it. That sucks. Off the channel for now.
Target confirmed.
Oh, damn it!
A little trick.
Oh gosh, I got damaged.
Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
Yes! Yes! I love...
And now, to return to my long-term mission.
And that is the reason why I loved Nala. Choose Nala is pretty good. Woo! Gunshots.
Comrade!
Amidst the chaos, the guard has been shot in the leg. Lilia goes to help, but the rebels are closing in fast. There's no time.
Brilliant.
Another damnable choice, but this time there's no time to hesitate.
Lieutenant Muldeer asked me to help you. Take care.
God damn it, stop shooting the poor man! With a rummaging start, Leah leaps onto her Red 38 and takes off in the air, bursting through the rebels and leaving them choking in their exhaust. First, the bright light of the outdoors hits her. Second, the stench of gunpowder and death. And then the sky. Will she get a good look at the situation? Traitors and loyalists. Under the sun, their blood glimmers just the same. It's plain to see now that their blood paints the courtyard.
Kill them all.
No. Recall your troops and assemble.
The remaining loyalists are fleeing. There's no need to pursue them any further. Ptolemy reluctantly passes on the order.
All hands, assemble.
The bloodshed stops here.
An unceremonious end to the battle. The rebels have formed a new kind of blood brotherhood now.
Muldeer, time to head to São Paulo.
Forgive me for asking, Father. But what if Lopera refuses to come back?
I don't think there's no need to answer.
Oh, Muldeer, if it's too much for you to bear, I'd be happy to go and see our dear little sister for you.
No need. This is my mission. I will get her to come back.
The two of them are still linked via the tracker button. I kind of figured. I'm not sure if she told her about that. I don't remember. Maybe.
There will be no alteration of the mission. Ptolemy, retrieve Kimberly.
The order is non-negotiable. Ptolemy and Modir board their boats and head to their respective destinations. Alright, so this thing is getting extremely intense now. And from the looks of the next part, it seems that Ptolemy is coming with that stupid toy of his, only to get Kimberly here. And I think this is where the moment in that trailer where I guess Vertin might be in danger, because I think, from what I think, Ptolemy is pretty much an arcanist. I think he is. I don't know what you call it, pro-arcanist faction, maybe, or at least believes. He doesn't like humans, so I can almost understand. Not sure what it was, though. Why does he hate humans? Who knows? So I think I'm just gonna stop right here for now, and because I'm already at my limit. So thank you all for watching this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. Any comments will be helpful if you enjoyed the story so far. And if you're new to the channel, please, if you like my narrations, my storytelling, my I guess you could say commentary, my gameplay in general, be sure to click the subscribe button to support my channel, to help me and the algorithms along with it. I'm not sure how I would say it like this, but that's just how maybe I would think to say it. If you wish to support my channel, please, like I said, subscribe. Click like and subscribe, like the video if you want to continue on. Now, I know most of you don't really like to watch some of my videos here, or like them. Maybe because I talk too much. Maybe I take too long in my videos, but that's just how it is. Here I am trying to catch up on the recent chapters of any games that I like to play, and then I made some false promises when going back to games that I would try out. But there's just too much in my plate here. Too much things to go to try to keep up with, you know? Then I just don't have time for them. Right. So far, I think I enjoyed this couple of parts for now. Stories of traitors, how Amor Igor just essentially created a rebel faction that goes against the Foundation or anything, only because he witnessed a single miracle from that one point in the story in chapter 7, I believe. Arcana still lives, even though she got turned to ash. I'm not sure. And from that point on, I think he just got fed up with the Foundation sending them to pointless deaths during the storm incidents, or anything, really. And lacking in manpower. I don't know. Was it part of a grand plan to get close to the Brotherhood? Or not really? Or just saying, we will end this thing in our own way. We will not take orders from the Foundation anymore. We are our own, I guess. I don't know. So they had two invitations from the Brotherhood, which is the Masks and the Foundation's umbrella. Not sure what they'll pick, but I think they're just gonna toss them, or at least put them on. I'm not too sure, but that's gonna be in a later video. So yeah, so that's all I gotta say. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the new video. So have a nice week, have a good week, enjoy yourselves, bye.